All right, this is a video over some apparatus. I really like using apparatus in my training. You see CrossFit. CrossFit started getting popular in the 1990s, and the reason why CrossFit is popular is because the body is in movement other than just a linear line, right? You're doing all these different exercises and making the body move. You're jumping, you're twisting and turning. And if it's done properly and you do it in a way not to injure the body, the joints of the body, it is excellent. But in Kung Fu and Shuai Chiao and Taiji, two things that I do other things I won't show, but there are, especially in Shuai Chiao, there are apparatus. And apparatus are to strengthen or develop the body in a way. So to me, I think of it as ancient CrossFit, okay? Because this stuff's been around for not just decades, but in some situations, hundreds of years in these training apparatus, long before CrossFit ever existed. But at the same time, we have to take the idea of apparatus and go with that idea and develop other things that we can utilize as apparatus to strengthen or develop the body, the balance, the structure, the power, the speed, etc. My ShiFu Master johnswang, his ShiFu Master Chiao, pretty famous individual. When he practiced his Tai Chi, not all of the time, but he utilized these bricks. He also did that with like the Tao Bao, and also it can be utilized with the Shuai Chiao forms. But with his Tai Chi, he utilized bricks. And these are not modern bricks. These are pavers. You can get these at Home Depot or Lowe's for $1. Okay. The thing with these bricks, though, is that I don't feel that they're as heavy as, like, say, old clay bricks. So, if you live in a town and they're tearing down an old building that was built 60, 70 years ago, you'd probably get more of a clay brick that would maybe be heavier and smoother. These have, rough edges to them. But these work great. Okay? We'll give an example with them. Also, people that come to me, I share with them to apply weights like this. These are used for walking and running, and they come in varying weights. I think the smallest is 1 pound, and I think the largest is 5 pounds. You can get these off of Amazon or some other shopping thing, or maybe get them in Dick's or Academy or something like that. But they add weight to my training. And then there's stuff like these. These are, again, just like, these are junior high chocolates. These are 6 pounds. The chocolates come in varying sizes, okay? These are pretty small, 6 pounds. I think they go 8, 10, 12, I don't know. I'm never a track athlete, but these work great for utilizing the same thing. So what is the benefit of this? Well, if I'm doing Tai Chi really works the legs, and it works the core. The hip hinge, it works the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the calves, it works the lumbar, the abdominals, the obliques, it works all of this, but it doesn't really hit the shoulder girdle as much, right? The proportion of the traps, the pecs, the deltoids, the arms. And I think that was one of the reasons why maybe Master Chong incorporated these. But that, well, 2 reasons. One, if I'm using something like this brick, and I'm doing my form work with a pair of these bricks. Let's just look at a simple move like brushing twist down, right? So he's here, and he goes through, and I do my movement, right? Rather I turn the brick here, or I turn it here, right? Depending on the alignment purpose you want to do, right? I step through again, and I do the motion. Well, the brick, me holding the brick, it's going to work hand strength, it's going to work my forearms, it's going to work my deltoids, to a lesser extent my my triceps. But the deltoids, the biceps more than the triceps. It's kind of strange because you're doing this forward and backward action, but it really works the biceps. The deltoids, but it also helps me to engage my core, right? And I have this weight in my hand and I'm moving my body, right? And so it helps me to stabilize. It presses my ability to stabilize my body, right? So having these grips in my hands and I'm working some motion, it helps me to engage the core more. It gets me more thinking about my core and how my core reacts when I'm doing these actions. So these are great. These are soft, and if depending on the person's age, their capacity level, these may be better. And getting soft, and kind of like a hand grip on them. Same thing, I'm going to do this brushing teeth, right? You can use them like this, or even hang them in the hand. I think it'll stretch these out. I feel rough, hang them like that too much, but working the movements in this way, right? Working the movements in this way. It gives that shoulder girdle and the arms a little bit of a workout that the rest of the body is getting. And again, it helps to engage the core. And the funny thing is that I've noticed from teaching Taiji that, there's that middle realm, 30 to 60 people, or we could squeeze that number 10 years one way or the other, right? The people in their 20s and 30s, they're pretty vigorous, and then as you age, things come up. But if you were going to use Shuai Chiao or karate or taekwondo, whatever it is, grip strength is really important, right? Especially to people that wrestle and grapple. Grip strength is really important. The ironic thing is that when you are older, say the person is in their late 60s or something like that, or early 60s, and they go in for these stress and strength tests. And one of the things is they get you to lay on the floor and maybe, how quickly or how well you can get up off the floor. But one of them, though, is testing the strength of your grip. So through our whole lives, grip strength is very important. But also the ability to functionally use my body. I have some other videos that I'm going to be making over wrestling squats and things like that I think that are really important to maintain the independence and viability of the person. But again, at different ages, some of these things might be more to the person's advantage or based on their job or their size or something like that. The great thing about these is that, again, they come from about 1 to 5 pounds. In the shot puts, I think the smallest is 6. But if you're younger or you're wanting to build up a more grip strength or forearm strength or your deltoids, biceps, your upper back, your pecs, these things are great for that, right? I'm having to move these, and it helps to engage the core considerably. Right? Or I'm doing Shuai Chiao pieces, right? Forward, diagonal strike, come in, do move. I do downward foot, right? I have them here, and man, this will really stress the core to get these up here and then to be able to hold them in these positions. But I'm not doing anything where I'm locking joints, to stabilize your muscles, the connective tissue really has to work for me to be able to use these things, and that's a win-win. Muscle can grow, expand, or atrophy, pretty quickly with the amount of water and protein building stuff, right? But connective tissue, if you tear it or you damage it, it can take a long time to recover because it doesn't heal as quick, it doesn't get stronger as quick. If it gets weak, it takes longer to recover from it. It doesn't have the same blood flow as muscles does. That's why it's so important not to hurt your ligaments and your tendons, to stabilize your muscles around the joints, but to strengthen those things and improve them. So some people would say me doing Tai Chi and using weights would be, I don't know, against some kind of grain or some sort. Oh my gosh, you shouldn't use weight training with Tai Chi. Well, my Qigong master Chang, I see pictures of the man. I've seen, demonstration video of him in his, in his 70s, and he's throwing people, and he's able to borrow energy and utilize the other piece of it, the person's energy. He's able to guide and direct them, and all of the same mechanical things that you need to be able to do in Tai Chi. And I believe that is the right approach. Fitness should be number one with Tai Chi, and then the application part, that should be number two. And I say that because when you want to do Tai Chi, if you don't have the structural integrity, the balance, the leg strength, the capacity to use your body, and you're just theorizing, and you think that you're going to just borrow somebody's timing and you're going to effortlessly be able to do this, that would be a real challenge. And I would borrow this phrase from Shuai Chiao, strength beats 10 techniques. Now, what does that mean? It means that, just that, just right on its face, that a bigger, stronger person, you're going to have excellent skills in which to beat them. And excellent skills doesn't just mean that you have the UTAP technique, but you have to have the body in which to execute those movements. Whether that guy is 100 pounds bigger than you, you need to be optimal for your age and for your size. We're talking about weight and range of motion, mobility, your strength, your endurance, your cardio. If you're looking at it purely from a fighting point, you still have to have that stuff. So to me, it's always about developing the foundation, developing your body, because at the end of the day, that's the most important part. That's preserving you. I need to be able to preserve this thing that I'm in, and dealing with other people that are trying to hurt me. That's when I say secondary, it's just as important, but not unless you just live in a really bad area, real repressed, or you're living in a war-torn zone or something like that. The probability of you getting into some kind of an altercation on a regular basis is very, very low. But you being able to take care of your health and your body should be a day-to-day thing, every day. So, like the bricks are cheap, a bucket piece. I would recommend anybody that's doing Tai Chi, whether you're doing it with me or you're doing it with somebody else, or you're just learning it online, get you a set of bricks or something like that. If you can get your hands on some of these for a reasonable price, I got these off of Amazon, I don't know, a year or so ago, maybe longer, and these were cheap because they're not perfect. These are they're like more for junior high kids, and there's the quality level of the ball is not there, right? In other words, it's got some dents and stuff in it and stuff like that, and the paint's not that great. It's just really basic. So, but they work perfectly for what I want to use them for. These kind of hand weights, they cost, I don't know, maybe around the same price as these balls. But these look great, and if you're trying to look at Tai Chi to utilize it for fitness, and you're trying to utilize it for a progression to get your physical strength back and your mobility and those things, these are great. You start out with the 1 pound ones, and maybe in a couple of weeks you can move to 2s or 3s, and keep going up, and then go to something like those balls. Like I said, my only aversion to the bricks. The Master Chang had an excellent idea, and there's probably other masters from that time period that utilize bricks in the same way, but this is from my lineage, So something like this will work. Like I said, you're just kind of rough and have sharp edges. And, maybe that's not for everybody. I used bricks for a long time until I started kind of looking at these other things, because again, Tai Chi is great, but it doesn't really work the upper body. Now you can say, well, if you do push hands, it's going to, it's just going to work these things. Yes, but not everybody does push hands. Whether they should or not, that's for a different debate or a different video, let's say. But I want to get that work in there. I really want to be able to work my forearms and my grip, right? I need it when I'm young, and I need it when I'm old. Meaning I'm old, and maybe I've lost some strength and stuff. I still need to be able to pick that thing up off the ground, and I need to be able to engage my core and my hands to do it, right? So these apparatus are helping you to engage the core, it's helping you to strengthen it, and it's also helping you to strengthen that grip. So excellent addition to your training. And again, some options here. I mean, there could probably be other things, but to me, this is a good set for someone. There's different things to choose from, and you may feel one is better for you or something. But before you buy those, maybe go to Academy or Derek's. I don't know. There's probably different, regional athletic stores. See if they've got some of those shot in stock that you can grab them up and see if they're too big or too small for your grip, or these running weights, right? Or you just go to Home Depot and grab your pair of these. They may have other ones there. I grabbed those up, and I bought a few sets of them at one time for people. And, but they may have a variety, or there may be more decorative stones, like decorative bricks. These are just, like I said, these are just pavers, like you would make like a walkway out of. So they're probably not as, I don't know, there's probably some that are better looking than this. I don't know. But you could use other things too. But my point being is something in this regard. Now there's other things I would use for Tai Chi or for Shuai Chiao for hand and arm strength, but for a different video. But this right here, again, if you're doing Tai Chi with me, try to invest in some of this, or if you're in the school, try this stuff out, and try to add it in. And I'm not talking, and please understand, I'm not talking about every time you do Tai Chi, you utilize these. I'm saying, say you're coming to class a couple of days a week, and you're training at home a couple of days a week, and one of those days you do your solo postures with something in your hand. Or if you're doing a form, or you've got forms, one of those rounds, do something in your hand. I'll say something like the size of the 24-step, Beijing Simplified, right? If you do that with something like those shots, you're going to feel it at the end of it. And I like doing that, and then after I do it, I'll do another set of maybe that form or a different one. And because of the way that it fatigued my grip and my forearms and my upper body, that it helps to relax my body and makes me even softer. It kind of is the reverse of what a lot of these people think. So anyway, I hope you liked the video, and again, very much try to encourage people, whatever you're training in, try to find ways to enhance your training to develop you, right? It's not just about the style, it's not just about fighting, but it's about improving your physical health and maintaining yourself for as long as you can. Anyway, I hope that makes sense, and you have a great day.